Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea, and in today's video I'm going to be making some boho inspired home decor pieces using twine. So let's get started. I'll be making these two types of leaves using jute twine and string, starting with some jute pampas grass. You will need jute twine and skewers or wooden dowels. I cut a piece of cardboard that was 16 centimeters long, and I'm wrapping the twine around it 50 times. Slide the twine off the cardboard, then cut the loops on both ends. Each of these bundles will make one leaf. I'm now tying each piece of twine onto the skewer. I hot glued the last piece of twine on top of the skewer so I could have a piece sticking out the top. I also hot glued the bottom piece of twine in place. I didn't glue any of the other pieces, but you could do so if you wanted to make it a little more secure. And now it's time to start taking apart the twine strands. I'm unraveling each strand and pulling it apart. I was a little more careful with this at first, but then I realized the more you pull at it and take it apart, the better. This part is definitely time consuming, but it is totally worth it. Now I'm taking a brush and brushing out all the strands. This is why it's so important to take apart all the strands as much as possible beforehand, because it makes it so much easier to brush out. You can see the difference between the leaf that has been pulled apart and brushed and the one that hasn't. I'm now doing the same thing to the other leaf, and I'm also trimming the edges to create a bit more of a shape. To keep this shape, I'm taking this hairspray and lightly spraying all over the twine, then lightly going over it with my hands to form the shape I want. The one on the left has not been hairsprayed yet, and the one on the right has, so you can see what a big difference it makes. Before I spray the other leaf with the hairspray, I'm just going back and making sure I have all the strands pulled out and fluffed like I want them, and just brushing it out again. Then I'm tidying up the edges with some scissors and then going over with the hairspray and smoothing it down with my hands. Then those two leaves were complete. Today's video is part of the Twine It Up challenge hosted by Fanny from Creations by Favi and co-hosted this month by Annalie Ashby DIY. I'll have a link to the Twine It Up playlist below, so make sure to check that out for lots of DIY inspiration. I'll also have Fanny and Annalie's channels linked below, so make sure you're subscribed to them and let them know I sent you. To create a Monstera plant leaf, I'm using cotton twine from Dollar Tree and floral wire from Michaels, along with a skewer or wooden dowel. First, cut off a piece of floral wire and form it into a leaf shape, then tie the ends together. I tied the end of the twine onto the wire, and now I'm wrapping the twine around the wire until the whole thing is covered. I'm now covering my skewer with the same cotton twine. I am hot gluing the twine in place along the way to keep it from getting loose and unraveling. Once the skewer is covered in the twine, it's time to glue it to the back of the leaf. I cut off a long piece of twine, folded it in half, and glued it to the top of the leaf at the back. Take the bundle of twine on the right and place it over the middle and under the left section. Then take the twine on the left and place it over the middle and under the right section. Now take both sections of twine and swap sides underneath the leaf. Then turn the leaf over, add some hot glue, and turn the leaf over again and pull the 2 strands tight. I did make a whole other leaf without adding hot glue along the way, and it did not turn out well. It became very loose and came apart. So although this is an extra step, I would recommend doing the hot glue along the way. I'm showing you this pattern for the twine going over and under a couple of times because it can be a little confusing at first. But once you get the rhythm of going over, then under one side and over and under the other side, then swapping sides underneath, it does get a lot easier. Once you get to the bottom of the leaf, then trim off the ends, and I just folded them up and glued them at the back. Here is what all of the leaves look like together. I just styled them in this vase that I made in a previous video, which I'll link for you. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you're planning on recreating either of these DIYs. Subscribe for more fun videos like this, and I'll see you next time.